think about what would you do if time and money wasn't a problem. So just quickly, how I got involved in this. I've always kind of been entrepreneurial. I've made many mistakes in my life. I come from a family where my father was an advocate, so he also sold his time for money, did very well at a stage, and then he went bankrupt, and of course started doing well again. He's done a lot for his children. He's 77 on the 5th of May, which would be on Friday, but he still has to work in order to, he can't retire. And he's just one of the 99% that just can't retire. My mom was a teacher. She didn't work for that long. She had a lot of back operations. They got divorced when I was very, very young. And I remember there was always fights about money. There was always fighting about money. My father had to take care of us every month, and pay his monthly fees, to the family. And it was just always a fight. And I hated it. And so I've always been somebody that's always wanted to do what I wanted to do. So I've made a lot of big mistakes in my life and got involved with the wrong crowd of people. And I threw away 10, 15 years of my life, which I really kind of regret. Of course, you can't say that, but I did some very, very stupid things. And I went and I studied drama. Okay. And of course, I had a completely different idea of what my life was going to look like. I thought by this time now I would be in Hollywood and I'll be making millions and millions and millions of dollars. And that was not God's plan for me in my career. It's a very tough career. It's hard. There's not a lot of money. You only get paid when you work. There's no benefits. There's no retirement. There's no provident funds. There's nothing like that. And I kind of survived like that. So you live from paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. Hopefully you'll have work 2-3 months would go past and you wouldn't have work. And so I tried a whole bunch of things. A lot of them have failed. A lot of things haven't. I've made a bit of money here and there. And I was very, very sick, very sick. I had so many health challenges. Everybody on this planet has got a health challenge, whether it's something as little as having hay fever or just feeling lethargic every day. I'm 44 now or 45, and the average 45-year-old would tell you, I'm deep middle-jarig, getting out of bed, feeling tired, feeling sore, feeling whatever. And let me tell you, that's not really normal for a 44-year-old. 44-year-olds are supposed to still run around and jog around and do some crazy things if your body has the right fuel to be able to do that and the right nutrients, okay? But I was on a lot of medication, and my medication was sometimes 4,000 or 5,000 rand a month that I had to pay. Chronic, Schedule 5, Schedule 6 medication. It was super tough. I've been to all the specialists. I've been to all the retreats. I've been to psychiatric hospitals. I've been to normal hospitals. I've been to everywhere. I had the immune system of a fly. I would get sick 4 times a year, 4 or 5 times a year. And I will get so sick that it would be horrendous. Okay. And so about 7 years ago, a friend of mine phoned me and said, listen, Ike, I want you to come see me. I want you to try these products. It's going to really save your life. And I was like, what? Save my life, rubbish. Okay. But anyway, I went to him and he sat down with me and he said, listen, I want you to try these Manatech products. Now, I've heard of Manatech before. I know that their products are incredible. I didn't understand the technology. I didn't understand what it was about. But he told me that, listen, Ike, if it doesn't help you, okay, you can get a full money back guarantee after 3 months. And that shocked me because I've never bought a pill or a supplement or anything in a pharmacy or a store or wherever, and if it doesn't work, I can get my money back. You don't get that on medical drugs, and also, there's no supplement that will say to you after 3 months, okay, if it doesn't work. That's like eating in a buffet for 3 months, and after 3 months you say, well, you didn't like it, I want my money back. So that was the reason I purchased the products. I said to him, okay, fine, I'll purchase the products, but I'm going to come fetch my money back if it doesn't work. So what Werner did was, he had his laptop in front of him. So I said, okay, how do we order this product? So he sat in front of me and we opened up a Manatech online account, my own online account. Nobody sells products. You're not going to walk around and sell products at all. That's not what you do. And I just want to say quickly that this is an entrepreneurial journey. You're going to be the CEO of your own business worldwide. We are in 32 countries. You can do this business from your cell phone in 32 countries. Every single business in this world needs a product that needs to be sold. Okay, so I hope you understand that. But you're not going to be a salesperson, because a salesperson works for a boss. You are the boss. And I'm going to explain that to you. Okay. It's quite simple. So he sat in front of me, opened up my Manatech account. He ordered the products and the products got delivered to my doorstep. I could go into my account anytime, like any account, like an Amazon account or a Wish or whatever, take a lot account. And so the products arrived at my doorstep in 2 to 5 working days, and I started eating the products. And long story short, after 9 months, I was off almost all my medication. It's been 7 years now. I've been sick, I think once, a little bit, once in 7 years. I promise you, grace and, it's God's favor, absolutely. But, he brings things across our paths in this world because we live in a physical world, and he wants us to make wise decisions. So I couldn't believe what happened with my health, with my immune system, with my gut function, with my heart capacity, with my cognitive function, my brain. I couldn't believe. Yeah, I just don't know how to explain it to you. So I got so excited that I just shared my testimony with people. I told people that, listen, these things are incredible. And so people would ask me, wow, do you have a link that you can send me? Or what kind of products are there? And we've got a range of over 60 products for every single health function, fitness, fat loss, everything. And so, I would then refer them to Werner, because I didn't know that there was a business opportunity to this. So one day Werner phoned me and he said, listen, Heike, do you want your products for free? And I said, absolutely. Like, how do I do that? He said, well, you can earn money in this business. And I said, how do I do that? Because it's something that I love. It's wellness. It's the greatest, most incredible company to be associated with. I'm so proud to be associated with this company. And you can change people's lives. And I said, well, what do I do? He said, well, instead of referring people to me, let me show you how to help somebody, whether it's through a link, whether the person is sitting in England, whether whatever, help him open up an online account. And whenever that person orders from the company, every month that they order, you get paid. I'm like, what? That's crazy. So you want to tell me that, if I just refer somebody to the company, they purchase products, and every single month it's a consumable product. You have to use it every month. You can't just use it for a month and say, well, listen, I'm expecting to fly now. That's not how it works. But you have to use these products. You've got to make a decision and use these, because supplementation is not an option anymore. It's a must. You have to use intelligent supplementation, especially with the terrible food that we have today. So I thought, that's incredible. And I started. It took us 18 months to get to a place of financial freedom. But not just that, not just the fact that I don't have to sell my time for money anymore, where there's just money coming in every single month, which is great. I don't have to work on my business for the next 3, 4, 5 months or whatever, and the money will still be coming in, which is just incredible. But not just that, it's the people that I met, it's the books and the audios and the kind of thinking that I've started adopting, being involved in this business. Because the only reason you are at where you are at is because of the way you think. And we were brought up in a certain way to think a certain way about money and whatever. If you look at the examples in your life about who taught you about money, you're the greatest examples. Are they financially free? Are they super wealthy? Are they living their dream lives? Probably not, And so we've got to change the way we think about our relationship with money, our relationship with wealth, our relationship with, having that kind of freedom. It all starts here. So, and because of this business, we now have 8 streams of income, Geraldine and I. Now, you have to start looking at a different stream of income in your life. Let me tell you, South Africa, very few people have an idea how severe, where we are heading towards with everything that's happening in the world. Not just with the politics out there, but with things like artificial intelligence and things, happening so quickly at the moment. If you don't start right now to start changing and upskilling and developing yourself, you are going to fall behind. It is a fact. If you listen to anybody out there, every single thought leader speaking, talking about the future, if you do not jump in now and start making changes in your life, it's going to be quite tough for many people. So I saw this at a presentation, a Manatech presentation, when somebody showed me these 4 quadrants. It's a book written by a guy called Robert Kiyosaki. Now, Robert Kiyosaki wrote a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad many years ago. It is the most sold book on financial advice ever. If there's one book you have to read, it's that book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, he's written about 17 books. This was his second book. And this book, what he wants to explain to people is there's only 4 quadrants in the world that you can generate cash flow from. You're either an employee, you're either self-employed, you're a big business owner, or an investor. Okay. Now, school doesn't teach you this, because what school doesn't teach you that wealth isn't measured in money. Wealth is measured in time. If you had to lose your job today, which is going to happen quite quickly, I don't really know. Well, I don't know what you do, but with AI happening right now, every single week, I get a list of 20 jobs that are obsolete. This is just not going to exist anymore. So if you had to lose your job today, how many months would you be able to sustain your standard of living? Most people is a month, 2 months. If you're lucky, maybe 6 months, but that's very few people. Some people will be broke tomorrow. Now, the reason for that is because we get taught at school and university to go out, find a job, and sell our time for money. That's what we do. We sell 1 unit of time for 1 unit of money. We work from 9 to 5. If we don't work, we don't get paid. That's what we are taught. So it's not strange that 90% of the world's people they will find themselves in the employee and the self-employed quadrant, but only 10% of the world's wealth is available for them. And on the right-hand side, you've got the big business guys, but you've got 10% of the world's population, but 90% of the world's wealth is available to them. Now, I want to ask you, which side of the quadrant do you want to be on? Okay. And there's nothing wrong with any one of these quadrants, but there are a few limitations. For example, being an employee, you can't just ask for a raise every single week. You've got a limit of how much you earn, depending on how valuable you are to the company. Okay. You are probably helping your boss achieve his dream because he is leveraging you. That's the concept. Like, he's got people that work with him. He's leveraging his time on you. If you're an employee, you are being leveraged. Okay. That's the principle. That's the principle of being that's called leveraging. So, a lot of people in the E quadrant will move to the self-employed quadrant because they want to have their own businesses. Now, if you can't walk away from your business for at least 3 months and your business will still reach its financial targets and grow, you are not an entrepreneur. You are self-employed. A self-employed person is somebody that is a boss. He's also either, for example, like as an actor, I'm self-employed as well. I sell my time for money as well, but also small business owners like you are a boss. You've got a few people underneath you, but you can't leave your business because if you're not there, there is no business. And so the concept of freedom also, it doesn't count there, because if I start my own business from scratch, I'm going to work not 8 hours a day, I'm going to work 14 hours a day. And the chances of me making a success it's a high risk environment. You don't own the business owns you. So the B quadrant business, this is where the guys kind of have freedoms, because the difference between a B and an S guy is that he's got a system-driven business. There's a system in place that operates, and this guy can go overseas for a year, 2 years, and start another system. And so that's the difference between these two guys, and they obviously play in the investor quadrant. Now, what is so powerful about this business model that I'm going to show you tonight, it is a B quadrant business model. And instead of working for 40 years, for 40 hours a week, and maybe retiring on 40% less than what you're supposed to have, our business model is 2 to 5 years. If you do part-time and you work with us and you do what you want to do, and you've got a dream and you're a little bit ambitious, you're hungry and you're teachable, we help you to move part-time from the E and the S quadrant over to the B quadrant so that you can earn your residual income, and then maybe go and fire your boss. You can actually sing him a song, write a song, have some lyrics, jump into his office and sing a song and fire him and walk out. If you choose, you don't have to, I'm just joking. But that is so, so, so powerful, so that you can go and live and follow your passions and follow your dreams. And, but of course, when the Israelis took in the promised land, there was a battle. There is a battle that needs to be fought. Anything that's worthwhile, you can stay in the wilderness and be in a comfort zone or go back to Egypt. I mean, that's fine. But, there's a promised land. There's a land of milk and honey, which is a better place that is planned for you. And so this is just, it excites me so much. And so you can choose to, and everything starts with a dream. You have to have a big dream. Everything in the world that you look at, whether it's this computer, whether it's this glass, whether it's my cell phone, everything was once an idea. It was a dream of somebody. And that's where it starts. Now, you've got a choice. You can either shrink your dreams to fit your income, because that's what most of us do. We get so used to our standard of living and our income, and this is just kind of what we're going to do. And so I'm just going to shrink my dreams and kind of live that life. And that's how 90% of people live their lives. They let life happen to them. They don't happen to life. You have got the ability inside of you to create your own true personal economy, because it's all about setting the sail. You see, most people climb on this boat and they just go into the ocean. They don't set any sail, so they just kind of go where the wind blows. It's about setting your sail. And this tonight is about setting your sail. In the next 2 years, you want to be where in your life? You need to have a clear picture. And it's about setting your sail. How are we going to get there at the quickest time? And we can show you how to do that. So just quickly, what is so interesting about what's happening in the world, there are so many mega trends. A mega trend is something that's busy exploding, okay, worldwide. And for example, AI, renewable energy, solar, all of these guys are huge mega trends at the moment exploding. But there are three trends that's been growing consistently, and it doesn't seem like it's going to stop, okay? And these trends is health and wellness, direct selling or e-commerce, the world of e-commerce, online, buying and selling online, and social entrepreneurship. Now, why health and wellness? Why? But everybody in the world, I've noticed, are looking for different solutions. This is everything outside of the medical box. People want different solutions. People are kind of sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they want to start taking care of themselves. You know, when 33 BC, or well, yeah, not BC, AD, the average life expectancy was 32 years old, 32 years of age. When penicillin was developed, that was in 1929 or 1959, one or two, it jumped from 52 to 79. Today, people are living longer lives. I mean, if you walk into any store, doesn't matter which store, everything, you just got these health sections. People are obsessed with wanting to take care of their bodies. And that's everything outside of the medical box. That's everything from intelligent supplementation to fitness and fat loss, skincare, to huge industry. It's already almost a $5 trillion industry. Do you know how big that is? It's massive. Okay. The other one is e-commerce, which is basically, we've got the opportunity to purchase things across the world from any country in the world, and it'll be delivered to our doorstep. We don't need to go to a shop anymore and purchase things. We can purchase things directly from a manufacturer, and they can send it to us. Now, in our business model, our specific business model that I'm going to teach you now today, the most dollar millionaires since 1978, and this is a fact, self-made millionaires, I'm talking about people that didn't have any money and they started in this business model, has created the most dollar millionaires since 1978. It is a $200 billion industry. Do you know how big that is? This industry that I'm going to talk to you about, it's bigger than the film industry, the NFL, the music industry, and the gaming industry worldwide. That's massive. So if this is growing so much, then I thought to myself, why don't I know about this? I want a piece of that. Like teach me. Let me learn how to be part of this. And then, of course, social entrepreneurship, which is just everywhere you look, you've got companies that want to make a direct impact in society, because companies know today that that's the way on how you build trust with your customers. Okay. They want to see that you care. People are sick and tired of these big corporates just putting money in their pockets. They're sick and tired of it. They want to support companies that they know will make an impact in society. Now, social entrepreneurship is different than your Woolworths loyalty points or your Discovery points that you kind of get back. It's different. Social entrepreneurship means they take from the top line, not the bottom line, not your bottom line. The first money that comes in, they use to fulfill their vision. Okay. And Manatech's vision is called Mission 5 Million. That's the heart of Manatech. That's the heartbeat of Manatech. They want to eradicate, that means they want to stop malnourishment with kids under the age of 5, because 5 million kids more or less die every single year under the age of 5 of malnourishment. So how this company works is, for every product that you purchase online that gets delivered to your house, a kid somewhere in the world gets fed for a month with our products. Some people built this business just because of Mission 5 Million, because once you go to these places where they distribute our products, we've distributed over 127 million servings. Do you know how much that is? How many kids we've helped to get the right nutrition so that they can develop properly? That is so special. Now, if you go and listen to any great economist, any thought leader that really, people like Simon Sinek, and he is the world's most requested TED talker, Paul Zane, if you listen to all the great, Tony Robbins, these guys, when they talk about this, they'll say that if you can have a business opportunity that has all three of these things involved, you have a winning recipe. It is a massive, massive, massive opportunity. So, and that's where we want to say welcome to Manatech. So, let me just, okay. So just quickly, a few things about Manatech. The company was founded in 1994. The head office is in Dallas, Texas. We've been running for about 28 years. It's not a Mickey Mouse company. We are in 32 countries, which is great. Our CEO, Al Bala, he's been in this industry for years and years, and he's got a vision to take this company to another 100 countries in the next 10 years. During COVID, we opened up 4 countries. When most companies closed down, we opened up 4 other countries, not just little shops, countries to distribute our products in, which is just incredible. We are listed on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is the second biggest stock exchange, okay, in New York. The ticket code is MTEX. Now that's the tech stock exchange. So companies like Google and Tesla and IBM and Apple and Microsoft, they're listed on NASDAQ. We are listed on NASDAQ with these companies. That means we are publicly traded. We get audited 4 times a year. It's clean. You can look at the dividends. You can look at the share prices. Our ticket code is MTEX. So go and check out you can buy shares in this company, publicly traded. And that gave me so much peace of mind, because you can't be on the NASDAQ if you dodgy. You just can't. It's impossible. Okay. I've spoken about the heart of Manatech. And so just quickly a little bit about the products. I'm going to ask Elize. She's going to send you a whole bunch of videos on the products. We've got so many products. So please just ask us, afterwards, have you got products for this or for that, whichever health challenge you've got. I just want to share a few basic things about the product. So Manatech was the pioneers of what they call glyconutrition. They were the founders of what they call the missing nutrient. Now, when I heard that the first time, I was like, geez, man, great. That's just awesome sales talk. So here's a fact. 2 years ago, they did more tests on glyconutrition because of Manatech than what they did on DNA worldwide. After penicillin, glycans that was discovered was the biggest thing ever, ever since penicillin was discovered, was these things called glycans. Now you're going to ask me, well, why didn't I ever hear about it? Well, it's because nobody has ever told you about this. So glycans is a micronutrient, and your cells are in need of 8 very specific glycans in order to communicate effectively with one another. You need 8 of them, very specific glycans. It's a micronutrient, but we don't get it in our food anymore. In the Western diet, you only receive 2 of the 8. So you've got faulty communication. Your body doesn't know what to do with nutrients, or what to do with cancer, or what to do with autoimmune diseases and stuff. So people are just getting sicker and sicker and sicker. Now, what does the medical industry do? Of course, we need doctors. But if you get sick, think about it. You go to a professional, or you go to a medical professional, and they will diagnose you with something. You'll have symptoms, and they will give you something that will control or manage the symptoms. When the symptoms disappear, they tell you, you are healthy. That doesn't mean that you are optimally well. Just because you don't have symptoms doesn't mean that you are well at all. Okay. And so they discovered these glycans, they patented it. Manatech is the only company in the world that can bring to the market a product called Ambritose, which is these 8 glycans in a consumable, real plant, real food nutritional supplement. You must remember, everything that you purchase in a whether it's in a Clicks or a Dis-Chem, 95% of everything is synthetic. Any vitamin, most vitamins, it's synthetic. It gets produced or made from rock, petroleum, and steel shavings. I've never seen a little baby eat steel shavings in my life, biking on a piece of steel. I just have never seen it. But the money that these guys make it's huge. I think it costs like 10 cents or 9 cents to make one big 100 or 1,000 milligram vitamin C tablet, and from 1,000 milligrams, you only absorb 78. That's why when you go to the bathroom, your urine is always yellow. So Manatech is a real plant, real food, nutritional research and development company. Okay, they're not a supplementation company. They've spent over R1 billion just on research and development. So what that means is, so they'll develop a new product, okay, and so they will test it on human blood with what they call double-blind placebo-controlled studies. That's the standard of what pharmaceutical companies test drugs. There is no better standard than the standard of what this company, tests their products. We've got all the clinical trials. We've got all the science is out there. You can go to manatechscience.org and check out all the science. If you're a science freak and you want to look at all the tests and all the brain, they've done more than 5 brain studies just on ambrotos, on what that does for people's cognitive function. So please, Elize, I can speak a lot about the products. Just, we're going to send you guys a whole bunch of information on the product. So, okay. So why Manatech? If you were looking, if you had to sit back and really now dream, and somebody had to say to you, listen, Heike, what is your perfect job? Your perfect job. Describe it to me. I will say, I wouldn't want a boss. Not at all. I want my own time, which means part-time. I want to make unlimited income. Unlimited. I mean, you can make R1 million a month. You can. Unlimited income. I want to travel as much as I want. I want to be able to build business in every single country in the world. I wouldn't want an office. I want to be able to work online. Okay. Well, here is that business model that everybody has always dreamed of, because it's part-time. You're the CEO of your own business. Okay. Nobody's your boss. Yes. If you join and you want me personally to coach you, I'm going to push you, because I know that you've got a lot more inside of you than what you think, because we're struggling from limiting belief systems. You might think, oh, no, I can't do it. Of course you can do it. Okay. It's just learned helplessness. So many people, it's one of the enemies of success. It's called learned helplessness. Okay. It's zero risk. How fantastic is that? Where are you going to start a business, make unlimited amount of income? You've got no employees. It's a turnkey business. In other words, you don't carry stock. You don't distribute products. You don't develop the marketing. You don't have to put a site together. There's no admin. There's no inventory. There's no HR. You don't have to worry about employees. You don't have to worry about paying salaries. You don't have to worry about anything like that. You can build a huge empire just from your phone. Global business. So you earn in different currencies. Every 15th of the month, we get paid. Our money gets paid in rand in our bank accounts. Which is incredible. We travel every single year. There's this incentive holiday. So if you love traveling, we travel every year at incentive. So what Manatech does is they will say to us, okay, this year we'll go to the class, and then everybody will work and qualify, and we'll go for free on a 5-star Club Med holiday. So we've traveled the world. We've been to Singapore and Italy and Mauritius and Maldives and Las Vegas. We're going to Turkey in December, and which is super exciting. And if you, I did say September. My wife goes, I said September. Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to Turkey and we're taking LeMay with us, and it's all expenses paid. So if you want to travel, if you've decided that every single year you want to travel, but you don't want to spend money, you're going to work and you're going to go for free, and that's the place. This is the place. Okay. And but I suppose the reason why I'm still in this business is because of the guidance and I don't know how to emphasize it more. It's the leadership that you get exposed to in this company. Everything in this world, John Maxwell says it very well. He says everything rises and falls on leadership. And so when you get involved in any company, whether it's Manatech or anything else, have a look at the leadership and how are you going to be led, and is this company going to create a leader of you? That's very, very, very important, because there are so many ways to make money. There are more ways to make money today online and to get to a place of financial freedom than ever before. The problem is just, if you are used to having a job and you're an employee and you only get paid 15 or 20 or 40,000 Rand a month, and you're so used to that, and you've been going to work because if you don't go to work, you're just not going to get paid, and you do the same thing every month. Suddenly you start your own venture and you've got to go out there and do this thing. You've got to be the driving force behind it. It's not that easy. So you need to be able to plug into a system that's going to slowly but surely guide you and lead you and help you grow and help you develop. That is so important. And that's why I love this company so much. So quickly, how do you make money? What is the time? Okay, we've got 15 minutes. Okay. So where do you start? You can start in two ways. You can go on the website, you can get a link from Elize or whoever, and you want to order some products. You might just want to be a customer. So you want to order, that's being for free. You don't pay anything to open up an account. You order the products will be delivered to your doorstep in 2 to 5 working days. You just put in your card details and off you go. So there's some great benefits on being a customer. You get what they call 20% loyalty points every single month of your total purchase, which you can redeem back in products after 3 months. So we've been on an automatic order for the last 7 years. So every month we get 20% of our products, and every now and again, we've got like 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000 Rand, and we just purchase free products for that, which is great. Okay. But if you want to be an associate and you want to do this journey and walk this journey with us and see where it takes you, why not? You're going to pay a whopping 750 Rand. It's not 710 Rand. Ever since May, there's been a slight increase. It's 750 Rand. Now, to pay 750 Rand for this entire system, it's really, really a joke. You're going to go to me and say, oh, okay, well, what's the catch? There really, really is no catch. And I'm going to explain to you how this works. Okay. So you pay that amount of money. It's actually, it's about 630 Rand for purchasing your associate business in a box. And the rest of the money is obviously delivery fee to get it to your place. Okay. So what do you do then? If you want to build this business, the first thing you want to do is you want to put yourself on a subscription order. Now, a subscription order means you want to order a few products and you want to become a product of the product. You don't have to. You don't have to at all. But I've never, ever seen anybody, not in Manatech or any company in the world, that has created a massive successful business without believing in their products and using and living their products. Because otherwise, I just don't think that, I'm never going to purchase something from somebody if he doesn't believe in it and if he doesn't use it. It's about an honesty thing and having integrity, and what we suggest you do is that you order for at least anything between 1,005 and 1,008 every month. Now, the reason for that is you don't have to. You can purchase one product every month. You can purchase 5,000 Rand. The reason for that is you want to at least start experiencing some of the results of the products, because it's once you experience the results, you're going to go, oh, wow. And you're going to talk about it. If you don't experience the results, you've got nothing to talk about. Okay. So, and 1,500 Rand, now I want you guys to stay with me, equals what we call a plus minus 100 point volume. Now, how this works is that Manatech, all their products across the world has got a certain amount of points allocated to the product. For example, we've got a brilliant product for your heart. It's called Cardio Balance. That is 42 point volume. Omega is 28 point volume. Now, it might cost differently in different countries. For example, in America or China or wherever, the currency might be different, but the PV will always stay the same. So Omega is 28 PV in every single country. In South Africa, plus minus 15 Rand equals 1 PV. In America, it's $1 equals 1 PV. I hope you're with me. Okay. So in South Africa, if you purchase about 1,500, 1,800 Rand, you'll probably get about 3 products that will equal more or less 100 point volume. And the example that I'm going to show you now is based on the 100 PV. Okay. So this is where it gets exciting. There's 6 different ways on how you're going to get paid in Manatech. So you can decide how you want to build this business. I want to get you guys to a place of freedom as quickly as possible so that you can have time freedom, which means you want residual income. Okay. And so the first bonus is called the first order bonus. In other words, anybody that purchases Manatech in 32 countries that's linked to you, the entire system is linked. It's an incredible technology on how the system works. So anybody that purchases products, you will receive 20% of their purchase. So, you have got so many links of all the products. We've got apps, we've got AI tools that will help you. I can go on my phone and I can send somebody a link. He'll click on that link. If he goes, oh, I want to order this product, he orders the product, boom, product gets delivered to his doorstep. I get paid. It's incredible. So, and you get paid 20% of all the people that purchases from you on their first product purchase. Okay. The second level of commission is what we call the power seller. Okay. Now, of course, you're going to start sharing your message and you're going to get a few customers. Okay. Now, if you look at this little example at the bottom, there's a circle and you've got 5, little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are your customers. Now, you can have as many customers as you want. I spoke to a lady the other day that uses one of our apps called Penny. She has over 1,600 customers worldwide. Now, that's not even that many. If you think about it, there's how many people out there? 8.8 billion. Now, she's only got 1,600 customers, okay? But her income just from her customers every single month is 380,000 Rand. Just her customers, okay? So, but let's just stay for this, with this example. So you're going to get a few customers. Now, how this works is, imagine the first 2 customers there, 1 and 2. Imagine they purchase 100 PV from you each, okay? You will have 200 PV, okay? Can you see there at the top there? 200 PV going through your customer, through your shop. Once you go over 200, all right, you're going to receive 10% of the total Rand value in your store. Once you go to 5 customers of 100 PV, but you can have 10 customers of 50 PV, you can have 2 or 3 customers of 200 PV, and it's over 500, you're going to receive 15% every single month of the Rand value of that. Now, in this example, that's about 8,500 Rand of people purchasing products. You're going to receive about a plus minus 1,000 Rand. Now, that almost covers your products. And you can do that in a day. You can do that. I had somebody that got 17 customers in 2 days the other day. 2 days, just 17 customers just decided it's going to work and off they go. So, and of course, if you go over 1,000 PV, right, of customers, you're going to earn 20% every single month, residual income, which is great. Okay. Then what happens is, so a lot of your customers are going to go, oh my word, I want my products for free. Okay. I'm talking about this. I might as well just make some extra money. How many people out there do you know want to make some extra money? Everybody wants to make extra money, okay? So you get people to have a look at this opportunity. And once they join, you're going to start getting people online franchises, whether they're in South Africa or in Ireland or in France or whatever, they have their online store. Now, what happens is you then teach them to do exactly what you've done. Now, if you're one of these circles and you've got 500 going through your circle, okay, that's a benchmark, 500. Once you get 500 and you help 2 other people to also get 500, Manatech will go and say, listen, thank you for helping people achieving or, helping them on their way to make money and achieve freedom and getting to a place of success. We're going to bless you with $1,000. Now, it's still small money. It's not big money, right? But every 2 people you help, they will come and give you 1,000, then 1,500, then 2,000, then 2,000 every single month, right? For doing that. That's what they call the team 2 and team 4 bonuses. That's the third level of income. Now, that's over and above your first order bonus and your power seller bonus. So you can very quickly make 4, 5, 6,000 Rand. Okay. But here's where the great income comes in. So imagine you're one of those guys and you've got 500 PPV or over 500 PPV, and you've helped 2 of your mates with us and the system, to do exactly the same. Would you agree with me that you now in your business have got 1,500, what we call downline point volume? So once you've done this, the company will recognize you as what they call a director, and your director or your leadership income is anything between 750 Rand and 3,000 Rand over and above that other money. Okay, so you can already start making the calculations. Okay, it's good money. So if you look here at the bottom, if you're a director, now you earn anything between 750 and 3,000 Rand a month. That's over and above your power seller, over and above your first order bonus. You can do that in a week, right? What you want to do now is you want to grow in leadership. You want to build. I mean, how do you think people build businesses of having 10 or 12 different franchises? Or somebody that's got not one KFC, but that owns 20 KFCs. Like, how do you think people do it? They do it through a concept called leadership. Okay. And that's exactly what we do here. So CEOs love working with people that are hungry, honorable, and honorable, that wants to achieve more. They love it. Okay. So that's exactly what we do here. We look for the people that are really hungry and wanting to do something great in this business. And we help those people to rank up. So in other words, if I can get 4 people in my team and help them to get to director, then I will be at executive director, which means I've got 6,000 PV or 60 customers or 60 kids gets fed through Mission 5 Million. Did I get all the 60 customers? No, the team did it with me. Now I am leveraging my time on them. I'm not being leveraged. Now I learn the concept of leveraging my time. Okay. So I'll rather have 1% of 100 people's effort than 100% of my own effort. Right. So now what happens is, again, you help a few people get to executive director, and then you'll be at gold executive director. Now you earn 15 to 20,000 Rand a month. Now, just Nolene, I'm sorry to say that, but I'm going to share this, but Nolene did that in 4 months in COVID. 4 months in COVID, now earning 20,000 Rand a month. Here's what is so powerful about this. If you've got R1 million in the bank, do you know that you only earn 5,240 Rand interest a month? That's it. Okay. From having R1 million in the bank. So if you want to retire one day with 50,000 Rand a month, of interest, that's your retirement money. You need 10 million Rand in the bank in order to, after tax, in order to earn 50,000 Rand a month. So here, how long would it take you to save R1 million? I mean, long for most people. Here, your business, you can build an executive directorship business where you're going to earn anything between 5, 6, 7, 8,000 Rand a month. Your business is already worth 1,000 Rand. It is an asset that's generating you income that is worth 1,000 Rand, and it's not costing you a single cent. That is what is so powerful. And then, of course, next level is presidential director. You help people get to gold ED, and you just help people achieve their dreams. Next up is bronze presidential. That's great money. Silver presidential, 100 to 150,000 Rand a month. This should be your first benchmark, 100 to 150. Why? Because at that level, most people can cover most of the expenses and live a very comfortable life. Why? Because they can have the best medical aid, their cars can be paid off, they can have the best insurance, they can take care of their kids. That is a great level to be at. And if that's where you want to stop, brilliant. But I mean, why not go all the way? And there is no limit. 200,000 platinum is really the beginning of good money. Now you get 1-star platinum, 2-star platinum. It's just never ending, So this is quickly just the personal development system that I want to talk about. And Nolene has mentioned it, it's called our TOM program. When you start a business, you need to get into a training program and stay in that training program for the rest of your life, because you will always be a student of life. And the more you can learn, I mean, we're on our way to silver presidential director, right? I don't know how to get to gold unless I learn from gold PDs on how to get there. Once I get to gold presidential, I want to get to platinum. I can't get to platinum unless I learn from a platinum how to get there. And we do that through what we call the TOM program, Tools of the Month or Tools of the Mind. It's the audios, it's the books, monthly trainings, weekly webinars, personal coaching and counseling, goal setting, working with having a mastermind with people. And it's just really, really incredible. So, I can go on for hours and we don't have more time. We've come to the end of our meeting, but if you have to ask yourself this question, if it's not Manatech, then what? Then what is the vehicle that you're going to use to get yourself to that place where you want to be? And if not now, when? And that was my biggest thing. I used to procrastinate. I used to never make decisions. I used to say, well, tomorrow. You know what? I used to say, well, and here's the big lie that most people think. Most people think, I can only start a business once I know everything, once I have all the finances, once I have the right location, once I have this. Let me tell you, the time will never, ever, ever, ever be right. You have to decide, and everybody has to kind of get to that place of deciding, when am I truly going to start changing my life? If I close my eyes and I really get honest with myself, is what I'm currently doing getting me closer to the life that I want to lead and live, or not? And if not, what is it that you're going to do about it? So with that, I want to say good night. Elize will send you guys some videos and some audios, very short, quick stuff. Please have a look through it. Don't make a decision based on assumption just because you watch it and you go, oh, well, make a decision based on wisdom. It would be lovely for me to with you, chat with you over the phone, over Zoom, answer all your questions, get to know you, get to know your heart. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not for you. But don't just decide, tonight, just based on what you've seen here, that you just, it's not for you. Let us chat first, and I'm telling you, there's a place for you in Manatee. Thank you, Elize.
Thank you, Heike. I think you can hear how passionate Heike is, and I think that's where all of us wants to be. So thanks everyone for joining. I think Heike can talk until tomorrow and for the rest of the year. That's the nice thing about this, is the family type of atmosphere and the guidance that we've got with all the leaders. So again, Heike, thank you very much, guys. If you're interested, we'll check in with you guys. There is some information that Heike will send to me. I'll send it on to you. But if there's any questions from anyone, you can touch base with me. You can touch base with Nolene or Steph, even with Heike, but we will take you every step of the way. Thanks, Heike. You're on mute, Heike.
Sorry, I just want to say good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a super
Bye,
evening.
everyone.
Bye. Elize, I'm gonna chat with you now, okay? Bye.
100. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.